Roll it.
Dimes is going to eat you for
Dimes
lunch.
is too fast.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, happy to be here with my friends, and I mean that, my buddies, my pals, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Sacramento Kings. Well, for Sacramento, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And Shaq, we're coming up to the halfway point of the season. Some teams finally getting into a groove after a somewhat shaky start.
Yeah, every year is different. Sometimes it takes a little longer to figure out. But what's most important is you get hot at the right time.
Oh, that's right. I agree with that. And you have to have a lot of experience on your team. And those guys know how to pace themselves. And you can just kind of relax. Quality veterans won't allow the season to be a sprint. It's a marathon.
Tip-off coming up shortly. It's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Looking at Sacramento, they want to turn it around after the loss to Washington at the Verizon Center. And that does your confidence guys no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
And really, given how they performed offensively, guys, they just never had a chance.
Yeah, and you can see their frustration growing and growing as they continue to come up empty on their possessions. By the end, they were just happy to watch the clock wind down and move on.
And before we get underway here, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Brett Brown.
Well, Kevin, he said defensively their main priority is going to be preventing points in the paint. He told me we can't let them get comfortable inside. That's what'll hurt us. He wants them playing a very physical brand of D down low. Let's see if they got the message. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Well, in the NBA draft, there's a train of thought that you draft for talent, not for need. The Sixers adhered to that and created a bit of a log jam at the center position as a result.
It's been a nice clean game, huh?
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Gay and Cauley-Stein fill up the forward spots. Hield is out there with Collison. And it's Koufos in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Sixers, a lot of talent in the front court, but you knew the time would come where they need to balance the roster.
Exactly. I mean, with Okafor, Embiid, and Noel, all natural centers, come on, just not enough minutes for all of them. And when you box yourself in like that, it can make it tough sometimes to get the value you'd like to get in a trade.
Here's Henderson after Darren Collison's bucket. Henderson with it. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Embiid dishes to Okafor. Right through the D for the layup.
Well, I like the fact Okafor is a big guy who handles contact well. Not all big guys do. You got to do better than that if you're the defense.
Now, here's Koufos. 9 points last game. Hield can't hit. 76ers are gone. 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Collison kicks to Koufos. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Yeah, early on we're seeing a lot of grit and determination. Grit and grind, we call it. What we're seeing out of him early on.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the free throw, no good. Boy, in the last year, the Kings, Greg, went all in, even trading a couple of veteran contracts to the Sixers.
Yeah, and they used the cap reshuffling to sign Koufos and Rondo, a number of others as well at the beginning of last year. And regardless of the outcome of last season's game, those moves made this team much more competitive. And now the question is, can they build off of some of that momentum?
Here's Collison after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Here's Hield. No good on the 3. 76ers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's McConnell. Offensive rebound, Covington.
And Covington is always looking to shoot the ball. I mean, which in turn forces defenders to get extra aggressive with him when he's going up with the shot. And the Sixers leaving roster spots open over the years, trying to find some unheralded talent. Robert Covington is one of those finds. A nice shooting stroke. He can defend either forward position. This guy's got game.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second.
Man, you got to love the intensity of Covington. I mean, he's a consistent shooter from beyond the arc. And he's a player that also isn't afraid to get dirty on the glass for rebounds. That's a nice combination. Nice stroke, but still he'll do some dirty work too.
And Covington can slide between the 3 or the 4 spot. You got to like that versatility.
Yes, you do, because it gives you a chance to play effectively with the small ball lineup, because he can play the 4 or you can play big with him. For a team with a crowded front court, every little bit of flexibility helps.
And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Clock at 4, and Embiid throws it down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
The Kings trail by 3. Hield kicks to Collison. Pass to Kufis. Rebound by the 76ers. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And it wasn't just about the bad shooting. It was really more so about the bad offense. They just didn't execute well. The screens weren't there. The spacing was poor, and thusly the defeat.
Well, you've laid out a couple of the details that lead to good offense, or bad if you don't execute them. Shooting is just a byproduct of not screening well and not moving the ball or players well. They didn't execute anything on the offensive end.
And it goes down 2 points.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Here's Gay following the basket by Gerald Henderson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get it back. Here's Cauley Stein off on the layup.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
The Kings trail by 3. Here's Hield. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Even though it went down, I don't think that's the kind of look they should be settling for.
McConnell kicks to Anderson. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. McConnell passes to Okafor. Back to McConnell. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Well, I tell you, when Okafor sees a wide-open teammate, he really zips the ball over to set him up for a clean look at the bucket.
Collison kicks to Gay. Passes it to Kufis. The baseline jumper goes down. Here's McConnell. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Dishes it to Okafor. He kicks to Embiid. He feeds it to Covington. In the corner, Henderson with it. The 3. Darren Collison pulls it in. The Kings trailing. Feeds it to Kufis. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Kufis has got 6.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
McConnell passes to Okafor. To the inside. Here's Covington. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, the Sixers rebuild caught a lot of flack around the league, but people might forget where the Sixers were in 2013 when the team decided to rebuild. They hadn't had a winning season since 2004. Injuries and failed trades had gutted their roster. It was time to hit the reset button.
First free throw is good. And the Sixers, for 3 seasons, showing a single-minded focus on rebuilding through the draft. They took a long-term view and sacrificed short-term success. You just saw them get the #1 overall pick in the draft.
Yeah, and the goal really was not just to be a solid team. They wanted the star talent to compete for titles when it was all said and done. Now, again, it's difficult to watch. The journey's been hard. I understand the thinking. And we'll see if it pays off the way they envision.
Now here's Hield. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Wizards in Washington.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
Henderson, no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now. And Jahlil Okafor, kind of a throwback big man. I mean, already a virtuoso on the low block. He's got terrific hands, excellent footwork, moves, and counter moves.
Rodriguez is checked in for T.J. McConnell. And a change for the Kings. Ty Lawson, he's checked in for Darren Collison. The Kings trail by 3. And post-ups are losing favor in the league lately. Do you think, guys, Okafor's talents fit the way the game is played now?
Well, I clearly think his post-game does have value. I mean, nowadays you just have less room to operate. I think he'll need to find other ways to help his team offensively. Offensive boards, stretching the floor, things like that.
Up again. Okafor grabs the miss. The 76ers leading by 3. Rodriguez left side. And that one is off. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Sacramento making some changes. Labissiere is checked in for Koufos. Tolliver comes in for Cauley-Stein. And it's Ben McLemore in for Hield. Sacramento's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Lawson dishes to Tolliver. The feed to McLemore. Excellent D there from Okafor.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And Okafor making headlines at times last season for the wrong reasons. Brawling with some hecklers, traffic violations. Guys, does that concern you if you're trying to build your team around him?
I don't think so. Clearly, it's something you want to be mindful of, but he's still young, still growing into being a professional player. We heard a lot of good things about his character in college. I think what you look at now is, has he learned and will he grow from some of these missteps? You don't want to see a pattern of that type of behavior, and I don't think he will.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Tell you, when it comes to low post scoring, Okafor is a legitimate beast inside. A player with a lot of upside.
Lawson outside. This year kicks to Lawson. Pass to McLemore. Second chance shot. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Okafor. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Philadelphia.
And you see not a lot of corner threes. The defense doing a good job of closing out and denying those shorter distance triples. That's what the smart teams have to do.
They set the screen. Follow against Henderson. And a follow kicks to Tolliver. Out to the right wing. Down low. Here's Labissiere. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Embiid. It might be some time before Skal Labissiere reaches his potential, but you can see what hit his team drooling over him on draft day. It's rare to see a player so big, with so much length, be as mobile as he is.
I mean, he moves so fluidly on both ends of the court that he is a tough player to contain. I mean, has continued to add mass and bulk, so he's getting stronger every month. Reminds you a bit of a young Amari with his explosiveness and how he can move at that size.
And he sinks the second.
At 6'11" and about 225 pounds, Labissiere is a long guy, someone who uses that size to his advantage.
Now here's Henderson. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And for a franchise that competed for the Western Conference Championship a number of years ago, it's really been a lot of turmoil for quite a while. I mean, the Kings have had ownership changes, coaching changes, personnel changes, front office changes. I mean, that's been the one constant, is the fact that they consistently are in change mode.
And that one misses. And concerning all the drama that seems to surround the Kings, you know what cures all of that? Winning.
Yeah, and the best teams in the league, they win with camaraderie. They win with integrity and trust. The Kings are knocking on the door, but they still have some ways to go.
He hits the second from the line.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Yeah, not only the trips to the line are a concern, but the foul trouble also. You've got to play defense with your feet and do so without fouling.
Now here's Labissiere. He's coming off a 10-point game against Washington. 5 to shoot. The Kings need to get off a shot here. And here's a follow for 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's stolen by McLemore. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Lawson's against Rodriguez. Lawson the pass to Tolliver. A follow outside. Kicks to Lawson. Shot clock at 5. From 12 feet out.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
Yeah, they're having a hard time getting the ball in the basket, Greg. I mean, and as a result, falling behind here.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
It's Henderson on the wing. Over McLemore. And that one's good by Henderson. Henderson's got his second bucket of the night. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the 76ers.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance points.
You know, after starting the game 0 for 3, you know he was just desperately looking for that one to fall.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. And head coach Brett Brown last season receiving a 4-year extension from the Sixers. Despite that, An office turnover put his job in question.
Yeah, and I think a lot of coaches around the league are very protective of Brett Brown because they saw what he was going into and knew it was going to take a while. He's presided over such a drastic rebuild. I think he deserves to have the chance to see it through so he can maybe reap some of the fruit of the sacrifice that he's made and the franchise has made and the way they've tried to build the team.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Splitters checked in for Joel Embiid. Sarge comes in for Okafor. Justin Anderson, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Gerald Henderson. The 76ers leading by 5. The pass to Bayless. 1:49 left to play in the first. Rodriguez. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead, Greg.
Now here's Lawson. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. And he gets it to go. And so here is Philadelphia. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
Yeah, you know, that's right, Greg. Last season they split the series, and this still, for me, is an intriguing matchup.
The dish to Afflalo. Again, Afflalo missing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Lawson in the corner. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Tolliver with the bucket. Tolliver's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
The 76ers leading by 6. Now Rodriguez. He's coming off a 13-point game against Toronto. He got right to the cup using that screen. Bayless has got his first basket of the night. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here's Lawson. They set the pick. He dishes it to McLemore. With 1 on the clock and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And we reach the end of the first quarter. 76ers ahead as they end the first quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and you know the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
The Kings trail by 8, and now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Kings, Gay and Cauley-Stein fill up the forward spots. Collison is out there with Hield, and it's Koufos in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Now here's Bayless. Sarge dishes to Bayless. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Well, we've seen some defensive wizards among the NBA's freshman class this season. Let's now take a look at the rookie steal leaders. The 4th spot held by Buddy Hield.
How about the anticipation and really his aggressive mindset defensively? He's always pressuring, always looking for an opportunity to force a turnover.
Yeah, and I think it's a unique talent and instinct he has. I mean, timing out the dribble, seeing the pass before it happens. Really excellent hands when he goes to strip the ball, and I think he's only going to get better.
The first one falls.
Well, after the 5 consecutive seasons where the Sixers have won fewer games than the season before, they're finally poised to reverse that trend. A much-needed infusion of young talent, bringing the promise of better days ahead.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And the Sixers with a bevy of draft picks, the arrival of players who were stashed abroad or were recovering from injury. The new wave of young talent is there to see.
Well, this is the payoff for those 3 lean seasons, guys, and now it'll be a matter of seeing if this long-awaited influx of talent pays dividends.
Here's Anderson after Darren Collison's bucket. 5 to shoot. Here's Saric. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Kings trail by 5. The slam by Saric.
And, you know, passing the ball is exactly what Bayless is out there to do. I mean, especially when a teammate does not have anybody around him. Get it to the open guy.
Now here's Hield. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Now here's Anderson after the miss from Buddy Hield. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Pass to Gay. That one rolling around and rims out.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Saric misses.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Passes it to Collison. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Dishes it to Gay. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Takes the 13-footer, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The 76ers have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10. The first one falls. He's perfect from the line this time. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Collison kicks to Gay. Top of the key. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's McConnell. Out to the right wing. Saric has the open look. And the lead now. Double digits on that bucket. Saric has got 5 points now in the quarter. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Now here's Collison. Defense is right there. Hield can't hit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
The 76ers have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
Shoot 2.
No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. The Kings trail by 11. Outside Collison. Knocked away. And Bayless kicks to Sarge. A slam by Sarge.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Here's Collison. After the Sixers pick up 2, he feeds it to Kufis. Shot clock at 6. Gay, that's a 2-pointer. Sacramento again missing.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball. Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Collison's got 3 assists in the game.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
And Rudy Gay, extremely versatile, has the size and athleticism to play a number of positions. He produces, but for some reason, you know, Greg, people always seem to want more out of the guy.
Yeah, some of the disrespect I think he deals with is because he hasn't played on a lot of winning teams. Greater efficiency and tougher defense are a couple of areas where he's still trying to improve.
Philadelphia leading by 13. Deep 2 from Bayless, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Hield the pass to Gay. Inside. And Sarge kicks to Bayless. McConnell in the corner. And the 3 off target. The Kings trail by 15 to the middle. And Hield gets it to go on the assist by Rudy Gay. Hield's got his second bucket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Now here's Bayless. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Saric misses. For Sacramento, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. No good with the triple.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Splitter. Okafor comes in for Sarge. Robert Covington's checked in for Justin Anderson. And it's Henderson for Jared Bayless. And a change for the Kings. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
The 76ers making a switch here. Rodriguez is checked in. Sacramento also making some changes. Labissiere is checked in for Koufos. McLemore has come in for Hield, and it's Lawson in for Darren Collison. '76ers on defense. Gay outside. He kicks it to McLemore. Back to Gay. Off the screen. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Covington in the corner. Lets it go from deep. Some solid defense from Gay. The Kings trail by 13. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
No good on the second free throw.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And here's Lawson after Gerald Henderson hitting the three. Rebound by the 76ers. Okafor's got his third rebound on the night. Covington in the corner. Back to Okafor. Gay with the block. They retain possession. The Kings trail by 15. A floater, and he sinks the layup. Gay's got 9 points in the quarter.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Rodriguez passes to Henderson. Okafor kicks to Rodriguez. Feeds it to Embiid. Back to Rodriguez. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Rodriguez has got 7 points in the game.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
Lawson dishes to Gay. They set the screen. The feed to Labissiere. Rodriguez against Lawson. And Okafor with the block.
And the reach of Okafor cannot be understated. I mean, when he's around, he's very good at getting those big balls up quickly and batting shots away.
Embiid off target with his three. Ball's knocked loose. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Kings making a change here. Aflalo's checked in. And Sacramento has possession. Down by 15.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Rodriguez outside. Now here's Henderson, guarded by McLemore. Rodriguez against Lawson. Shot clock at 2. Good D by Lawson. The Kings trail by 12. Here's McLemore. Labissiere, the pass to Lawson, using his post move to get the 2 points. Lawson's got his first bucket in this one.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Henderson kicks to Embiid. It's stolen by Labissiere. Got a piece of it. Okafor with the steal. Rodriguez against Lawson. Here's Okafor. It's hauled in by Tolliver. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. McLemore, no good.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Rodriguez against Lawson. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Lawson's got 5 now.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Now here's Okafor. He's coming off a 16-point game against Toronto.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
So it's Sacramento now. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. This year dishes to Afflalo. Shoots from 12, and the shot falls short this time. Philadelphia leading by 11. And Okafor slams it in.
And your 6'11" doesn't take much for you to slam it home. Okafor, just a big guy who really can get to the rack quickly.
Now here is Lawson. 5 points in the game. Pass to Tolliver. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Covington's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Okafor, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul that goes against Sacramento. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. He hits both from the stripe.
Talk about complete control, everything working in this one. For Okafor, he has 8 points and 3 blocks. He's piling up the rejection to go along with the tremendous work he's done on the glass.
It's been about the paint and the way he's been able to control it all game long.
Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Labissiere. Here's Henderson. It's hauled in by Tolliver.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Lawson against Rodriguez. Lawson the pass to McLemore. 1 second left. And so we wrap up the first half. 76ers lead by 12. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Dave Yeager. Coach, what is going to be the focus offensively going into the second half?
Well, we try to go inside. You know, that's our strength anyways. And for us, you know, our bread is buttered inside, so we try to play high-low. And then if the threes come out of that, great, but we want to try to get everything to the rim.
Coach, it all starts with that entry pass to the big, and then everybody plays off of him. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, friends and neighbors. Along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are leading by 12. Shaq, we'll start with you. How do you think they played?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, there's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
And Kenny, what'd you see from Sacramento?
Their three-point shooters struggle to get into a rhythm. It's a mental thing. You start clanking them, and your teammates start. It's contagious. Now, percentage-wise, shooting in the low 30s, it's not horrific, but it's not great. And they have to improve their accuracy from deep in the second half or they're going to have a hard time coming back.
And that'll do it, as the second half is just about ready to begin. Back to Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game. Hey, watch yourself.
Celebrating. We're the best.
Welcome back, folks. A glorious view of the lights of downtown Philadelphia, America's most historic city. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. It's been quite a game for Rudy Gay.
And he just went off in those first two quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
They've got Embiid, Okafor out there with Robert Covington, then it's Henderson, and it's McConnell in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's McConnell. Okafor sets the pick for Henderson to the inside, and stolen by Kufis. And the Kings pushing it up now. That's a beautiful jam.
Yes, indeed.
And how about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Now here's Embiid. McConnell kicks to Okafor. Shot off the screen. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. There's the pass to Hield. There's the triple. He can't hit that time. And it's Philadelphia the other way. McConnell kicks to Embiid. Count that one. Embiid's got 10 points.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Well, I tell you what, so much excitement to see Joel Embiid finally on the hardwood, regarded as the likely #1 overall pick in the 2014 draft before he fractured a bone in his foot. He's finally getting a chance to show what he can do on the court.
Embiid sets the pick for Henderson. Back to Embiid, and stolen by Kufis. And then Okafor slams it in.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Here's Gay. 76ers getting the bucket. 5 on the clock. Fires from 18. Offensive rebound. Kufis dishes to Gay. Kings moving the ball around. Hield the pass to Collison. They set the pick to the middle. Here's Kufis. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. He's got 8. And for Embiid, 2 separate surgeries on his foot, missing years of action. You hope he can find a way to stay healthy.
Yeah, I would certainly agree with you there, Kevin, but it's difficult when you're as big as he is. He's a 7-footer, and that puts a lot of pressure on the feet, and he's already seen a couple of issues where he's missed time. Reminds you a little bit of guys like Bill Walton, Yao Ming. Those guys had a tough time playing a long time because of foot problems, but if Embiid can stay healthy, I think he's got a chance to be truly special.
And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, you know, that may be the answer for them. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
Jared Bayless has checked in for Philadelphia. Sacramento with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Kicks to Cauley Stein. There's the dish to Hield. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. The Kings trail by 10. In the corner, Collison with it. He dishes it to Hield. There's the pick. Back to Collison. Down low. Pass to Hield. 6 to shoot. Gay, that's a two-pointer. That one off the back iron and out. The 76ers leading by 10. Fires for three. Bayless's shot is off.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Here's Collison. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Okafor kicks to McConnell. Passes it to Bayless. To the paint. Here's Embiid.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Now here's Hield. Launches a three. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Okafor's got 6 rebounds here tonight. All going up court. And McConnell gets it to go.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Collison kicks to Gay. Back to Collison. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. 76ers another fast break opportunity here. Embiid, no good.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, it looked good initially, but then broke down just as quickly. Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
The 76ers leading by 12. Here's McConnell. He's got 6. Okafor with the ball. Dishes it to Bayless. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, it really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Here's McConnell. Poked away. Stolen by Collison. And here we go with Collison running it up the court. A stupendous finish in traffic. Collison's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Yeah, what a nice play. Just a coast-to-coaster by himself off of that steal.
And Philadelphia calls time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Splitters checked in for Joel Embiid. Saric comes in for Okafor. And it's Justin Anderson in for Robert Covington. Here's McConnell. Anderson outside. He feeds it to Splitter. Good ball movement here by the 76ers.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Down low, Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Here is Bayless after the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein.
Really, the 3-ball is an important part of Bayless's offensive game. When he's connecting from there, it gives him a lot of space for drives, but also to create shots for his teammates.
Feeds to Hield. Cauley-Stein with the screen for Hield. And that's going to be a treble. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from.
Well, they're going to have to look elsewhere for points because he has pulled a Houdini and completely disappeared from the offense in this one. Just no production from him, and nothing seems to be in rhythm for him right now. It's just not his night.
Here's McConnell. He has 6. There's a screen. He kicks it to Saric. Tries a 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. It's off to Boston for him after this game as they take on the Celtics. They're in the midst of this long 6-game road trip. That will be game 4. Gay drives in, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. Splitter's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Sarge kicks to McConnell. Anderson outside. Now the feed to Splitter. Back to Anderson. Over Gay. And the whistle blows. It'll be on Thiago Splitter. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings.
Assist from Thiago Splitter.
The Kings trail by 15. Lawson outside. That one goes in. Lawson's got 7.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there.
Here's McConnell. He's got 6. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Here's Aflalo. It's hauled in by Saric. Philadelphia leading by 13. And the call will be against Ty Lawson.
Side out.
That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Rodriguez is checked in for the 76ers. Splitter dishes to Anderson and finished off by Anderson.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down. Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Well, a whirlwind of a 2015-16 season for Ty Lawson. Off the court brushes with the law, traded from the Nuggets, where he'd played the first 6 years of his career, to the Rockets. That didn't work out, so another trade, this time to the Indiana Pacers, and then a free agent this summer.
Well, he certainly had some personal hiccups off the court, and the key for him is not what jersey he's wearing, but how he's going to rectify and manage things off the court so that his on-court performance can be more effective and more like early in his career. Last season, perhaps the worst of his career. The question now is, can he get back on the right track?
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Pass to McLemore. Kicks it to Tolliver. Just 5 to shoot. Tries it from the top of the key. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got 8 rebounds in this game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
No good on that one. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Jared Bayless. He hits the second from the line. Here's Lawson. He's got 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
No one near Labissiere as he lets it go. Offline with the baseline jumper. Henderson passes to Saric. And stolen by Aflalo. Here's McLemore. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got 4 assists now tonight.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
Now, here's Sarge. 11 points in the game. And stolen by Aflalo. And so the ball out of bounds. Splitter touched it last.
Now let's take a look at some numbers here for Henderson. How last month turned out for him? Averaging about 15 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things for the future.
Philadelphia leading by 17. To the inside and stolen by Aflalo. 2 points. That one goes. Splitter's got 4 points this quarter. Sacramento's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And Aflalo kicks to Lawson. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Philadelphia's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Rodriguez passes to Henderson. From 15 feet away, Sacramento grabs the miss. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Now Lawson. 9 points in the game so far. They set the pick. The pass to McLemore. The 3 ball. Sinks the triple. McLemore's got 12 in the game. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Philadelphia ahead, leading by 14. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And now let's take a listen in to a recent huddle from Coach Dave Yeager.
You got to help the man guarding the basketball, whether he needs help or not. Be ready.
There's Dave Yeager emphasizing team defense, wanting everyone on full alert.
Yeah, I mean, you need the threat of someone rotating over at the very least. Otherwise, the offense can just cherry pick their matchups.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. The 76ers leading by 14. On the floor for Sacramento. Cauley Stein is out there with a Aflalo. Then it's Hield. And there's Collison. And it's Koufos in at the 5 spot. Now here's Embiid. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Here's Okafor. He can't get it to go. And the Kings going the other way now. Collison kicks to Cauley Stein. Inside. That's tipped. Oh, trying for it. But they recover it. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Collison dishes to Hield. 5 to shoot. Off target from three-point range.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Rudy Gay's checked in for the Kings. The Kings trail by 14. Outside Collison. Down low. Here's Koufos. Sacramento again missing. Philadelphia shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. McConnell kicks to Okafor. Back to McConnell. Lets it fly. Another shot. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
That's just a grit and grind effort on the glass from Okafor. I mean, there's no other way to describe that. Throwing that big body of his around so that he can get the rebounds that he wants to get.
And that one falls for Okafor. And Sacramento has possession, trailing by 17. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. The dish to Heel. Tries again. Tips it back to Collison. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
The 76ers leading by 17. Here's Covington. High post try. It's hauled in by Collison. Here's Hield. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. 6 points for Buddy Hield.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Covington's shot is off. The Kings trail by 15. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
76ers have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Picked by Okafor. Henderson passes to Embiid. Tipped away. And stolen by Gay. 17-foot shot on the way.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Embiid the screen. And here is Okafor. Pass to McConnell. And the layup is good. And the 76ers lead by 13.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Passes it to Kufis. Here's Hield. They get it back. Second chance effort. Poked loose. And now Philadelphia on the break. And that one's good by Henderson.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
The Kings trail by 15. Now here's Collison. To the middle. Here's Kufis. Excellent D there from Okafor.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
That just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Gay outside. Here's McConnell. Covington in the corner. Here's Okafor. Tries again. It's stolen by Hield. Cauley-Stein dishes to Hield. Gay in the corner for 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Henderson kicks to McConnell. He dishes it to Embiid. Here's Henderson. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams. Take a look at what Henderson's been doing. 12 points and several assists.
And if I had to pick what he's done best today, I'd probably lean towards the offensive performance.
Well, just to be a contrarian, I'm going to go to the other side because he's been just as impressive, I think, at the defensive end.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Here's McConnell. Embiid sets the pick for Henderson. Just 4 to shoot. dishes it to Okafor. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Kings trail by 18. Rudy Gay on the wing. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Kufis with the block. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
The 76ers leading by 16. Embiid the screen. Okafor with the ball. Stolen by Gay. Another steal. Embiid kicks to Covington. Powered down with both hands.
Man, I like to see Covington get aggressive in the paint, sending a message to the defense with that dunk.
The Kings trail by 18. Another steal. Now here's Henderson. Tight defense on him. And stolen by Kufis. And now Collison pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And finished off by Collison.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Now off the inbound. Now here's Gay. He's tightly guarded. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact. So a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
Take a look at what Kufis has been doing. He's got 10 rebounds and also 3 steals.
And we really just need to take a second to appreciate the all-around effort he's put out there today.
Well, the numbers paint the picture, and he has been what we call in my vernacular, you know where I'm going here, guys, stat sheet stuffer supreme.
Oh, supreme. So that takes it to a whole another level when you get supreme in terms of your stat sheet.
And Kelloggese, right? And
yes.
Kelloggese. Now here's Bayless. Inside. It's tipped. Picked by Okafor. McConnell. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there.
He hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but he's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here.
Rebound by the Kings. Kufis has got 11 rebounds in the game. That's good from Gay on the assist by Collison. Collison's got 9 assists now tonight.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Bayless. There's the pick. Here's Embiid. Kufis with the block. They get it back.
Boy, Okafor is so adept at drawing contact when he's going up for his shot. I mean, the defense has to be wary of him looking to draw fouls.
2 shots.
Free throw good, Okafor. And he makes both free throws. The Kings trail by 13. Outside Collison. He tries for three. Good on the triple. Collison's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Now here's Bayless. And it's Okafor missing.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
And here's Embiid, following the three-pointer by Buddy Hield. Here's Covington. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You look at what Covington has done so far. 12 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
And you can't undervalue the importance of that. Many times a game comes down to which team wins the free throw battle.
Free throw drops for Covington. And both free throws good for Covington. The Kings trail by 9. Collison kicks to Gay. Takes the 13-footer. It's hauled in by the 76ers. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
And they continue to control the ball.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up.
Better safe than sorry, right?
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen to Dave Yeager's huddle with his team. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play. Take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. And we'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
Here's Collison. Floats one. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Here's Okafor. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Okafor's got 9 points now in just the second half. The Kings trail by 13. Stolen. Up top, Bayless. Here's Embiid.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
Here's McConnell. Kukoc with the block. Picked his pocket. Covington passes to McConnell to the left side wing. It's stolen by Hield. Here's Collison. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, Darren Collison has been getting it done. He's got 13 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Covington kicks to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Heel dishes to Gay. Inside, Kufus. The shot, no good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the 76ers.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
That was a big advantage. The other team was defending with their hands instead of moving their feet, and they handed them a lot of easy points at the line.
And it'll mark their fourth win on the year, actually their fifth win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a two-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for Embiid. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
So it's Sacramento now. The 76ers getting the bucket. 6 to shoot. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's McConnell. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Gerald, you guys win with the pace you wanted. Was that a big focus tonight?
I mean, that's a key for us to come out from the beginning. You know, we usually have pretty good first quarters. You know, our problem's been just sustaining it. So, you know, we did that tonight, and, you know, thankfully we won.
Great four-quarter effort, Gerald. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Joel Embiid. One could say he had quite a fourth quarter. Completely shut the door on any attempt by the other side to sneak this one out.
Listen, he shot lights out from the floor, and not by accident. The job he did to find the open shots, get high percentage looks, was fantastic. And when he got those open looks, he don't miss, baby. He do not miss.
He was abusing guys inside. Came in with the scoring mindset. He used his big body to root out people inside, and then he made great finishes.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. It's a long line at the buffet, though.
Yeah. Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Oh,
yes. I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.